followed so easy. And round and round and round we went, yet to give in to me. And the answer is a mystery, spoken softly like a sacred sin. Time was empty, no reality, losing grip on what we had within. Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? I have you and you have me. Sounded so easy. Ooh. But I got lost and you found me so easily. But then the world said, please tread softly, don't leave scratches on my skin. All was simple, its complexity, always begging me to let you in. I follow your silhouette, followed so easy. And round we went, yet to give in to me. And the answer is a mystery, spoken softly like a sacred sin. Time was empty, no reality, losing grip on what we had within. Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? I follow your silhouette, followed so easy. And round we went, yet to give in to me. And the answer is a mystery, spoken softly like a sacred sin. Time was empty, no reality, losing grip on what we had within. Can I fool you? tread softly. Don't leave scratches on my skin. Always simple, it's complexity. Always begging me to let you in. I follow your silhouette, followed so easy. And round we went, yet to give in to me. And the answer is a mystery, spoken softly like a sacred sin.
Hello, 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 everybody. Hi. Hello. Thank you all for coming. It's good to see you. Yeah. We got cat ears. Thank you, Tark. Hello. Oh gosh, let's see. Potato, hello. Hi. I always see Potato kind of lurking in before streams. It's so cute. Hi. I'm always getting OBS set up, and there's just like a little message, a little surprise. I love it. Oh, Fanny, thank you for joining the coven. Hello. Hi. Hope you're having a good day, good night, whatever time it is for ya. Let's see. Bobby, congrats on the first. Congratulations. I also just realized I have a setting I need to change. There's always something. No, I don't need to change apparently. Never mind, I lied. There's never anything. Oh, Fizzle, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Tea party hype, yeah! Nice. Let's see. Stretch Rat, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's say hello to everybody. Who we got? Fish, Potato, Bobby, hello. Niji, hi, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Fish, yeah, unfortunately the song is unreleased as of now. It was a commission that I got, so it was made for us. Unfortunately it's not on Spotify or anything yet, but hopefully eventually. Unfortunately I'm not can't do much about that myself, but I will let parents know that it's people really like jamming out to it. I'll pass that along. Oh, never got tea. Oh, it's okay. I got tea for you right here. We got you covered. We got snacks. We got tea. We got some ambiance. Oh, we got some jewelry. We got some rings. Oh, Pika. Oh, thank you for the bits. Oh my gosh, and Pika, I just saw as I was getting stream set up. Thank you for contributing to Binks's little his new toy, his new hole, his gosh, I can't speak right now. His little cat condo. Thank you so much. I actually have a picture for you too. I meant to send you earlier. Pika was very kind. Not only did Pika contribute to on my throne to buying a little or to contributing to buying a little cat loft for my boy, but Pika also got him a little like automatic like spinning toy for him to chase. He was playing with it earlier and he loves it. I was so happy. Thank you again. So Pika, you're getting a little sneak peek. It's going to your DMs right now. But yeah, he was chasing it around earlier. He was having a lot of fun. For those of you who are new, it's my little familiar, my cat Binks. Let's see. But yeah, Peanut, hello, hi, Star, hi, Egg, it's good to see you all, Sakura. But yeah, and I wanted to show you guys, I had an idea earlier, but I was so sad I could only find stuff for part of it. I was, when somebody did the cat redeem, I have, hold on, like you see right now, I just got witch hands. We just got regular old people hands. But when the familiar was redeemed, or not the familiar, but the true polymorph was redeemed. Oh, yo. I got some little cat paw gloves. I was gonna put these on and wear them for a few minutes, but I could only find one. I could only get polymorphed on part of me. Oh. But yeah, I love these gloves. I just don't know where the other one is. I was so sad because I was so confident that I had both of them. And then I certainly did not. Witch beans, yeah. Oh, Susan, hello. I hope you're doing good. Oh, I'm glad you like them, sci-fi. Oh gosh. I never had this problem, but all of a sudden I keep peeking the mic. I was doing this last night too. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not exactly an over-enthusiastic kind of person. I don't yell a lot, but I don't know. This message is being broadcast from the heckin' moon. Oh my gosh. You got the good spells to be sending it from there. What is it? Message, I think, in D&D you can send. Oh, I should rename that redeem sending. Sending, I think it is. Yeah, because I think that's the one where you can like contact anybody that is on the same plane as you, no matter the distance, something like that. Yggdrasil, hello, hi. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, thank you, Fish. Yeah, I've been meaning to get them redone, actually. They're a little... I don't look too close, but... Sending. Yeah. Oh, and other planes. Oh, okay. Dang. Oh, like 5% failure for other planes. Gotcha. I knew sending was the big boy message, but... couldn't remember exactly what the limits were. But yeah, so let me explain what we got, what delicacies I have for you tonight. So, in our teacups, we have a bit of mint chocolate tea. It smells very chocolatey, but it tastes very minty, and I think it's very nice. And then for our snacks, for our little desserts, we've got key lime pie. And then we have some little brownie bites. Yeah, Tycho, it's so good. It's one of my favorite teas. I have like a year and a half's worth in my kitchen. Technically that was on accident, but I will be using it regardless. They smell like Andes mints. Oh, they do smell like Andes mints. Hit me up with that tea. Give me your dealer. I'm literally gonna message you right. I'll put it in chat actually. That way, anybody who wants to get some can grab some. Oh, Phoenix, hello. Thank you for joining the coven. Wonderful to have you. Thank you for stopping by. I use the loose leaf tea because I am a little pretentious witch, but I believe they also have sachets on their website. I like the routine of using loose leaf tea. It makes you feel fancy. There we go. I want like tea so bad, but I've only had like 2 flavors of tea that I can actually taste. Yeah, perfectly honest. If you watched my streams from like 3 or 4 years ago, I straight up was like, yeah, I do not like any kind of tea whatsoever. It tastes like pond water. And I still stand by that. in most occasions, but I've found what I like. The tea strainer I use, it's from David's Tea. You can put it like on top of like a teacup. Oh gosh, how do you explain this? So it's like their strainer is like a cup. Like let's say this is your strainer. You put the loose leaf tea in here, and then you put the water in here, and then when it's all done, there's like a little pressure thing on the bottom, and you set it on top of another cup of tea, or another cup rather, and the pressure from the cup underneath like lifts a mechanism, and it all your tea comes out the bottom. It's very convenient. I love it. Another person with my taste buds have always described most teas as tasting warm shower water. Oh yeah. I just put enough milk and honey in it that it no longer tastes like that. I don't actually like the taste of tea. It's a conduit for sugar and milk. Oh, Phoenix, happy to have you. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, thank you, TV. From the southern U.S., so iced tea and Arnold Palmer's the only kinds of tea I drink. All right, so I do have some milk as well in my my very extra sort of bottle. I'm going to run a poll real quick because I think that's fun and neat. To let you guys choose if you would like milk, sugar, both, or neither. Because it's your tea. I want to do what you guys want. How would you like your tea? Milk only? Sugar only? Milk and sugar? Or plain? Alright. 2 minutes to vote. You can let me and I'll prepare your tea for you however you guys would like. Chat can have their tea. Let's see. There we go. Salem, you've been streaming for 6 years, gang. Congrats. Yeah, I think it's I can't remember what my first YouTube streams were. I want to say I can actually look real quick. Let me find out. Also, is my BGM loud enough, or does it need to be a little louder? Is it a little quiet? I kind of had to turn it down a lot last night, but oh, that's okay, Susan. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you. It's nice to say hello. Oh, I have French vanilla tea right now. Oh, yay! Starlight, hello. Thank you for joining the coven. Oh, wonderful to have you. Mwah. Thank you. Maybe sacrilege, but when I got these, I put a little chocolate mint cream in. No, that sounds like a good idea. I should try that. Makes it taste a little chocolatey. Yeah, because it does lack the chocolatey taste a little bit. It's very minty. Find tea much more enjoyable than coffee. I only like coffee if it's half coffee and half hot chocolate, and the hot chocolate is strong enough that I can't taste the coffee. Alright, I thought it might be I'm still peeking the mic. Why? Let me just turn this off entirely. But now I'm too soft. Okay, we try this. We see if this is better. We turn the music up just a smidge to make sure. There we go. Alright, we want milk and sugar. The works. You got it, chat. Alright. Your wish is my command. What tea do you have? I have mint chocolate tea tonight. Earl Grey is very good though. I strongly agree with that. I have some, it's like a vanilla Earl Grey from David's Tea. Oh, it's very good. It's very scrumptious. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our sugar first. While the tea is still warm. So I've got some little crystal, some crystal sugar. I don't know if you can hear that, but I tried. Boop. Boop. Truthfully, I don't know that this is going to dissolve, but it's fun, so we're doing it anyway. I think it's dissolving. Yeah, it's dissolving. We're good. I should have put the sugar in both teas before I stirred. It's okay, I have some paper towels here for. That's what these are here for. Can I send you a picture of the bottle of creamer I used? Oh, of course, I would love that. I could try picking it up and let you know how it is. Oh, Potato, thank you for the invoked duplicity. Thank you for the buddy. I appreciate it. I'll send a little tea up their way. Alright. There we go. Alright. There's our sugar. Gotta feed this grunkly. Yeah! Gotta keep them nice and round. Have my trusty blood orange tea with extra sugar. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I also fully admit blood oranges are delicious, but I do love them in parts, specifically just for the coolness of their name. The blood orange. It's the most metal fruit I've ever heard of. Oh, Marshmallow, thank you for the follow. It's good to have you here. Well, welcome to the coven. Mwah. Blood orange, just a normal orange going through a phase. If you see a bushel of oranges in a Hot Topic, it's the blood orange. You can tell that's what brought the family of oranges in. I love the pictures of like families and Hot Topics, and it's just the one kid that you can tell is the reason the whole family's in there. Because I was definitely that kid as a teenager. Definitely would draw my family into the Hot Topic and was the obvious reason that they were there. Alright. So I think that's all. Sugar's all dispersed. And then we've got a little bit of a little milk. There we go. And we've got the milk we've got today is some oat milk, which I personally think is very delicious. It's very full-bodied, gives a nice mouthfeel to the tea. Alright. There we are. Set that back there in case we need it later. Oh, Tycho, I'm glad. Thank you. I also, just so you all know, I know these are kind of small cups. If you need some more tea, don't you worry. We got some more tea. And we got some sparkle dust in there too. So it's sparkly tea. It's got a little magic in there. I always feel like I'm stealing your aesthetics with anything, using anything that has a cork in it, Tycho. I feel like I'm stealing your digs. Oh gosh. Yeah, oat milk is one of my favorites. I used to drink almond milk, but it's not great for the environment, so I decided to switch. I copyrighted corks. You can't use that. Actually, get it off the stream. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's actually in Twitch TOS. Nobody can use anything with a cork in it. That's Tycho's thing. Only Tycho. Blend of almond and oat milk. Yeah, I can only speak for the U.S. And again, I don't know a lot about this. And you know, if people like almond milk, you know, I'm not gonna judge any. You know, this is just my personal thing. But yeah, a lot of almonds that are used in production in at least in America are grown in California. They use a ton of water, and California is constantly suffering through droughts. But yeah, like I said, that's just me. You do whatever you want. I threaten you, but the gun makes a cork popping sound instead of a gunshot. The most threatening casino dog I've ever seen. You don't even need a real gun, just a little cork pop gun. You're just that threatening. Witch life. Your familiar's hair gets into everything. In terms of taste, would you recommend almond or oat? I recently discovered the only reason I haven't died to a deathly milk allergy is because my immune system is a little baby. Oh no! So I personally, I would say they're about even in taste, to be honest. Astriel, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the coven. Yeah, I think they're pretty even in taste. There's one that I use. I get mine at Walmart. It's in a blue box, and there's like a dark blue or a light blue or box carton. You know, there's a light blue one and a dark blue carton. I can't remember the brand name offhand. That's just how I identify everything visually. I don't know names. When I took my little familiar to the vet a little while back, just for a regular checkup, the vet was like, "What food are you giving him?" And I was like, "I could not tell you. I know what the package looks like. That's it." He uses oat milk when making oatmeal for the ultimate oat. Does the gremlin make a cork noise? The gremlin on top of my head? No, unfortunately makes no noises. Yeah, with the oat milk that I get though, the dark blue carton is the one I recommend if you end up looking for it. Because it's like there's like their regular oat milk, and then there's like the full body, or like the full fat, and of course the full fat is more delicious. The problem I had with oat milk when I first got it, was I was using a face mask product at the time that it was like an oat, like a soothing oat mask, and the problem was oat milk smells exactly the way that mask smelled. So I felt like I was drinking a face mask, which was not ideal. I didn't love that. How witchily appropriate. You just kind of recognize stuff by vibes. Yeah, it's, you know, there's some stuff I'm like specifically is like, I don't know, it's kind of random. There's some stuff I'm like, yeah, I know exactly the name and the fluid ounces of that product. And there's other stuff I'm like, yeah, I've been buying this for 10 years. I couldn't tell you what it's called or what it's supposed to do. I just know that whatever I originally bought it for, it does that, and it works. Oh, Potato, thank you for bringing my little buddy back. Gosh, this pie is so good. I get this every time I do my tea party stream because it's just so good, and it's from like a little place like right down the street from me. It's delicious, and it's convenient. Teeny Lim needs snacks too. Yeah, don't worry. I'm taking care of my buddy up here. The small just needs a small slice. Oh, I gotta remember that next time. Oh, Claire, hello, welcome to the coven. Thank you for stopping by. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Take a little brownie nibble. Oh, that's so good. There's something about like, just like these little, you know, like the snacks in like little plastic tins, like cookies when you walk into a grocery store, brownie, you know, cupcake, whatever. There's something about them that they're either incredibly underwhelming or just one of the most delicious things you've ever had in your life. Especially, I know this is a controversial opinion. I know some people disagree. It's okay, but for me, the Loft House, I think the Loft House cookies, the very soft, frosted cookies. Oh, they're so good. I love them so much. Oh, I love a Loft House cookie. It's like anytime I get them, I have to try not to get them because otherwise I'm like, I'll have one. I'll have another one. Oh, but I need one for this hand too. Well, I'll just take one for later just in case. You know, if I need a snack. They're so good. Honey, yeah. Honey coming in with the good opinions. Thank you. I appreciate the backup. Because I know they're a little controversial. I know some people either seem to think they're fantastic or they taste like cardboard. Those little tins of 2-bite brownies. 2 bites? Really? I don't think you're trying hard enough. Yeah, I know. This is very much like a 1-bite brownie. It's just, I'm turning it into something to nibble on. But if I was off stream, this is absolutely a 1-bite brownie. Yeah. Those are the ones, Quill. Anything is a 1-bite food if you're not a quitter. Oh gosh. What color the Loft House cookies we should get? Yeah, I usually just get whatever, like usually when I grab them it's because there's like a holiday or something around, they have them like right up front. And so I just grab whatever they're using for the holiday. There's something cute and festive, you know? I'll suck the caramel out of a caramel Tim Tam and use it as a straw for chocolate milk. Okay, I gotta look up what a Tim Tam looks like now because I absolutely cannot imagine what it is in my head now. Let's see. What? What? You suck the caramel out of a caramel Tim Tam and use it as a straw for chocolate milk. Okay. I'm not understanding how that works. I'm not understanding the physics. I did just see a Tim Tam perfume on Google Images. I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but I do love the idea. Look up a Tim Tam slam. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the unslammed Tim Tams. All right. Let me get this correct. Tim Tam slam. Oh, it's just the method? Oh, I thought it was something else. Okay, I gotta watch this YouTube video real quick because I don't understand. How to eat Tim Tams the correct way. The Tim Tam slam, okay. Okay, they've got their coffee, I would imagine that is. Bite off the corners. And then that's such a Huh? I can't it's so not straw shaped. it's I would never have expected that to work. The Tim Tam lore, yeah. What the heck? Oh gosh. Oh, well, you learn something new every day, apparently. Oh gosh. Loft has cookies. Key not to get the red ones. Use the red food dye. It doesn't taste garbage. Oh, I think I've probably had all different kinds. I stuff them down my gullet too fast to notice the difference, probably. Oh, I could spend an entire paycheck on Milano mint chocolate cookies. Okay, but those Milano cookies too, that are like, it's like the two like shortbread biscuits with the chocolate right in the center. Oh, it's so good. It's delicious.
One truly classy.
Oh, classy. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Hi. Oh, the blankies are invading. Oh, go. Thank you. Oh, well, you're welcome in. Please. It's good to have you. Hi. Oh gosh, hello. All right, let's get a little shout out for Classy here. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're discussing our favorite sweets in the moment while we're having a little tea party tonight. Hello, everybody. There we go. All right.
Okay. Good boy, Loki. Good boy. I'm sorry, what was that moan you just did? Now you're doing
What?
a moan?
It was my mouth.
Oh my gosh. Oh, those were some top tier good boys though. Fantastic. What a lovely clip. Oh, but thank you for stopping by. Hello, everybody. My name is Salem. I'm just a little witch. I make ASMR over on YouTube. I do a lot of cozy, soft, monster boy content. And then I just do some nice cozy streams all over on here too. Every once in a while they're a little rancid, but mostly cozy. It's mostly cozy. Yeah, so today, like I said, we're having a little tea party. I got your guys' tea and snacks are right over here. So please feel free. We've got some milk and sugar in the tea. Chat voted on that earlier. So we got some snacks and some drinks for you. But how was your stream, Classy? What'd you do today? I hope you had a good time. I hope it went well. Oh, thank you, Shiggy. Or Shig. Oh, I'm so sorry. I saw somebody else call you Shiggy earlier. I feel like, is that okay? I don't want to be too forward, you know. But Shig, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, Pepto Bismol witch. I'm a dream witch, but I look like a Pepto Bismol witch. Oh, good night, Yggdrasil. Thank you for stopping by. It was good to have you. Thank you. Stream was good. We played on our modern Minecraft server and interviewed an ASMR artist while trying to figure out how to get into it myself. Oh, that's so cool. I always love seeing people get into like the ASMR community and making new stuff. It's so cool. So I'm happy to hear that. I hope your interview went well, and I hope your minds were crafted. Hope they were just so crafted. I've never played Minecraft before, but I hope you had a wonderful time. Oh, and Shig, thank you for Shiggy. I'm so sorry. Now I don't know. Now I'm nervous. Now I don't know what to say. Shiggy, thank you for the follow. Oh, welcome to the coven. Lovely to have you. Mwah. And Pika, thank you for the invoked duplicity. We got our little goblin buddy here. Obsidian, hello. Nice to meet you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Classy. It's really fun. Like I think the biggest hurdle for a lot of people is just getting used to hearing your own voice a lot. with editing audio. That seems to be a pretty tough thing. Let's see. Cutie moth boy, got it. All right, cutie moth boy. I'm back with oatmeal with strawberries and honey. That sounds delicious, Potato. That sounds just scrumptious. I used to always eat my oatmeal with, I've never tried honey in it, but I've heard that. It sounds like it could be good. I think I always used to do, raisins and brown sugar. Every once in a while, I would take a banana too, and you can kind of mash a banana up in your oatmeal. It's very good, I thought. I want to try overnight oats eventually too. I like, it's just easy breakfast food, and that's what I need in the morning. I need stuff that's easy to make, because I'm always, mornings are not a good time for dream witches. It's so yummy. They always look yummy. It makes them sound yummy. Titty Caps, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you for joining the coven. I'm sorry. I was munching and I saw the name pop up on my screen. I just wasn't expecting it. That's all. But lovely to have you. Thank you. Keep Smolum fed. Yeah, we take care of our Smolum. Don't worry. Thank you all for helping me take care of them. I appreciate it. Banana and peanut butter, A+. Yeah, it's very good. But you have to, I feel like for that, you have to make the oatmeal a little more, like liquidy, a little more, you gotta use a little more, like, water with it. Lamaspera, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the coven. Wonderful to have you. Mwah. But yeah, because otherwise, if you got the peanut butter and the banana, it kind of everything gets too like it's so thick. It makes the oatmeal thick with 3 C's. It's too much. It's too many C's. Oh, Cup! Hello, Cup Quacks! Oh, your name is so... I love that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you for joining the coven. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Mwah. Are apple slices better with peanut butter or caramel? I'm definitely a green apple specifically. Green apple slices with caramel, top tier. Top tier. We want oatmeal, not cement. Yeah, if you already got like oatmeal that's thick with 2 C's and you put some banana and peanut butter in it, it kind of makes it's a little cementy. Yeah, green apple gang. Mike, Shiggy, you guys know where it's at. You guys know what's up. Oh, Susan, of course, please rest well. I'll do my best to send you some good dreams. Thank you for stopping by. I always what I do with bananas sometimes too is I'll cut them up into like slices, and then I get just like I get some Nutella, and then you just put like a little dollop of Nutella on each slice. Oh, it's very good. It's very delicious. I was gonna say it's a nice healthy snack. There is banana in it, so I suppose there's some nutrition. It's a lot of Nutella. It's a lot of Nutella. Delicious. I think I'm gonna have a little more tea. Especially because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna pretend that tea was ice cold. Your tea, don't worry, I've got a spell on it. Your tea is warm. I was focusing on keeping your tea warm. My tea, however, ice cold. Oh, actually, let me mix this up again. Let me get the magic all stirred up. You see, we got I don't know how much you could see, but we got sparkly tea. I gotta say, I wish I had like purple sparkle dust. Cause this looks a little gray. It's not ideal, but it works. There we go. Nutella's healthy until you read the sugar content. Yeah. I'm just gonna go with that with everything. If you don't read the sugar content, if you don't read the nutrition label, you can pretend it's healthy. Get a little sugar in there. Truthfully, this is so much less sugar than I would normally use with my tea. I'm giving you guys the background secrets. I wanted to use my tiny aesthetic spoon. It's got a little crystal in the end of it. So I'm just having less sugar than normal. Sometimes your magic just goes a little gray as you get on in years. Nothing but shit. Yeah. Jay, exactly. Jay's got it. Having some tea with your sugar? Well, occasionally. Occasionally a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I want to give you guys a little close-up of my spoon too, because I think it's cute. It's a little patinaed, but I think that kind of adds to the effect, to be honest. It makes it look, it doesn't look quite as witchy if it's like brand shiny new. me see, can I? There we go. It's kind of dark, but you know, there it is. Like I said, we got the little crystal on the end of it. It's like if you're snacking and you need a wand, you gotta just at a moment's notice. You could a vidi kadivi. You got oh, that was a nice little ring. But yeah. Ha, Salem old pointed laugh. I'm getting up there in my years. I'm gonna be an old wizened wizard. Snacking on Ritz and peanut butter. Oh, I've never had peanut butter with Ritz. I think once again I've only done Nutella because I'm a little sugar fiend. Wooden spoons and bowls are peak aesthetic. Yeah. Hard agree. There we go. What's your favorite part of being an ASM artist? I don't know. Maybe this sounds like, I know this is gonna sound cheesy, and everybody's gonna be like, "Tell us the real answer." But like, honestly, I don't reply to a lot of comments over on YouTube anymore, just because I don't really have the time to like, I try to go through and like heart the comments. Like, I look at all of them, but it's just sort of like I get over, like, sometimes I'll pop in and reply to one or two, but I have a hard time doing things in anything between all or nothing. So I feel like if I'm responding to any of them, I need to go through and respond to all of them or none of them. I'm a very all or nothing kind of person with certain things. But I still go through and I still see every comment every single person makes on every video. Which I know maybe like some people say you shouldn't look at, but I'm lucky enough that pretty much every comment on my videos are all incredibly sweet. Everybody is incredibly nice, and there's something very nice about just the idea of knowing that people have found something in my content that brings them a little bit of peace, and that they spend their time with it, and you know, hopefully feel a little better for those few minutes while they listen to it. I think it feels very nice, I fully admit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's kind of the big one, is just knowing that, I don't know, knowing that people have found something worthwhile in something that you've made is very nice. Especially when, you know, I try to make content that is how do I explain this? Like, and I'm more okay with branching out from this nowadays than I used to be, but I try to make content that is I guess like soul food in a way. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I have a certain vibe that I try to aim for with a lot of my content. And so just like whenever I see a comment that the way somebody talks makes it feel like it hits the mark, you know, it's nice. It's cool. I like it. You made me gay with your silly little men. Good. But yeah. That made an impact on me through your videos. All-star, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Wonder if cardamom clove, like, and you know, I don't mean to say like it's you know, I'm under no pretense that, you know, my content is anything more for the majority of people than, you know, 10 minutes of entertainment or relaxation or whatever it is, and then they get on with their day and they're not thinking about it at all anymore. And that's okay, you know? Guest, hello, thank you for the follow, welcome in. Wonderful to have you, thank you for joining the coven. Mwah. But yeah, you know, I'm not under any false pretenses. And I'm perfectly happy with that. I am okay with that. Like the fact that people would find something in my videos to spend their time on is humbling in and of itself. Oh, Fish, thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Wonder if cardamom, clove, and coriander had a tea party, what each of the three would prefer for tea. I think, let's see. Cardamom's definitely like a green tea, like, earthy kind of tea, sort of vibes. Like, you know, like when you find a tea and it's described as having like a vegetal taste, or it's earthy. You're like, why would you want to drink that? Like that's what cardamom likes, I think. Between clove and coriander, one of them likes black tea, like just is very much like sort of the coffee equivalent of tea. Is it just wants it, no cream, no sugar, the darkest tea you can get. And then the other drinks like the types of, oh, Aniki, thank you for the follow, welcome in, hello. Thank you for joining the coven. But yeah, and then and then the other would really prefer like the weird tea, like the zany tea, like there's a lot of teas from David's Tea that have like sprinkles and marshmallows in them. And one of them likes not necessarily sweet tea like that, but just like weird teas, like apricot and winter fungal moss tea. The only problem is I can't decide which one is which. Like, my first thought was coriander would be the one who likes the weird tea, and clove likes the black tea. But I think you could really go either way on that. And for those of you who are more familiar with my stream side than my YouTube side, that's 3 of my witch characters over on my YouTube. Recently went back into the first Avi video. Feel exhausted one day. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm glad. I mean, I'm not happy you're just tears, but I'm happy that you were happy. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, anime, thank you. I'm glad you like that one. I was so surprised actually by, you know, there's sometimes that you post videos and you're kind of like, oh yeah, I think this is gonna be something that I like and that I am really happy with. It may not appeal to a super wide audience. That's okay. I try to kind of balance out posting things that I really like, that are like passion projects for me, versus posting stuff that is like oriented towards posting what I think people would like to see. And every video is some combination. I never make videos that I don't also enjoy. But it's just sort of that comes in different combinations, you know, different quantities. And those were a couple of scripts I found, because the Eldritch being and the Celestial being video were the scripts were actually I found on Reddit. They were done in a couple of the scripting communities that are over on there. So for those ones, I just found those. I thought they were really cool, really sweet, really fun. And I just wanted to do them, and I posted them, and people really seemed to resonate with them, which was neat. I loved that. I just was surprised by it. Like, when they were both posted, they were my, like, YouTube kind of shows you, like, when you post a video, how it compares the last 10 videos you posted. For, like, the 5 days or so after posting, like, each of those videos was, like, my #1 video of the last 10. Which, again, not as very surprised, as just surprised, but I'm great. I'm glad people enjoyed them. Let's see. But yeah, again, anime, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Scripts, I tend to kind of, when I'm coming up with ideas, a lot of the time is sort of like, I'll kind of start with, I always go back to Finn as like my example for this, but like for Finn, like when I was coming up with him, I was like, okay, well, like I want a vampire character, but this was a time on YouTube when all of the vampire videos were very, yandere vampire wants to capture you and suck all of your blood, kind of vibes, which I don't mean in a like, it's not like a judgy anything. Like, that is perfectly fine. If you like those videos, or if you like making those videos, I have zero problem whatsoever with that. It's just they're not really for me, and I wanted to see some softer sort of content. So I kind of was like, okay, I want a vampire, but I want a nice vampire. But obviously vampires still have to drink blood, so how are they going to do that in a way that is conducive, like, in a society in general, that doesn't have them, like, vilified or anything like that? So then that was sort of like how I came up with, like, a sort of the concept, which I fully had, not to take credit for this, because I definitely did see a Tumblr post a long time ago about something like akin to the same idea, that worked as inspiration for Finn's whole deal. But you know, that's sort of where you go, like, you just sort of poke around, you explore ideas, and I go like, okay, well, if he's a vampire, he has to get blood, but maybe you get blood from people who are willing. How do you find people who are willing? Well, this is sort of a modern-ish kind of setting. It's like modern urban fantasy kind of setting. So, you know, maybe there's an app for that. Maybe there's a website, you know, where vampires can find people who are willing to let them suck their blood. And so you just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of let ideas spiral out of control, and then I make a script out of it. Yeah, I think for like yandere content and stuff, like, or like, I guess, like, scary or serious content, I've just sort of, like, a lot of the times, like, I don't listen to it much, but if it's from a creator I really like and really trust, like, Redacted is one example. Hollow would be another. Who I know they kind of lean more into certain like more serious or darker topics, but both of them I know I trust their storytelling and stuff so much that I will be like, okay, yeah, like, I'm gonna watch this. I need to change my mindset from expecting relaxation or anything like that, and I need to not personally invest myself in this. I need to listen to this as if I was reading a book or watching a show, listening to a podcast, you know? Oh, Pika, thank you for the Invoke Duplicity. I appreciate it. Oh, Spud, no worries. We're still going. You're good. You're not late. I am going to grab a couple more brownies in a second, because I would love some more brownies right now. This is very good. Let's see. Oh, Vix, I'm glad. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to meet you. Hello. Let's see. So I kind of went on a tangent, answering that. How long does each video and script take you? Scripting Takes me a very long time nowadays. I haven't honestly written a full script in a long time. I don't know. I've just been really backed up. So that's kind of why I've been doing a lot of scripts from Reddit lately, from a lot of these wonderful script writers, because I don't know. My brain is just. I have like the cooler idea for what I want an audio to be, but the scripting is just. I don't know. Lately, it's just been a little tough. But I would say editing can take me, depends on how complicated it is, usually a few hours at least. Because I like to go through and listen to it fully once or twice, and then like I like to kind of not listen to the audio for a day or two if I have the time, and then listen to it again like fresh after I've edited it to see if everything sounds okay, you know? Solids in my liquids, sprinkled in the slushies. Oh no! Yeah, that would definitely be an unpleasant surprise. I do not appreciate surprise textures in my food. I do, however, love boba tea. It's my beloved. I'm a sucker for boba. Like my local boba shop like knows me by name. Like they know when I walk in. I've sent in my mobile order, all that. Favorite script to work on? Favorite stuff in general is probably. Answer changes from time to time, but it's probably generally Blythe. I really love Blythe's energy. A slump. Yeah. We'll get out of it eventually. It's just... Oh, Tycho, I'm sorry. I still have to try that Genshin tea. I always talk about ordering it, and then I never do, because then I put too much in my cart, and then it's too expensive, so I don't order it. But then I think about it later, and I still want it. And I need to get some of the Hades tea from that website, too. What type of tea do you drink? Any kind of tea that doesn't taste like tea. Oh, let's see. Some of my favorites are probably David's Tea and Harney and Sons are like my main sources. Dogs, thank you for joining the coven. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, David's Tea and Harney and Sons. There we go. Yeah, they let me see actually. I can't remember names offhand like I said earlier, but I can look at my previous orders. Harney and Sons has a rose tea I really like. I remember that much. Their rose tea is delicious. It's probably my favorite actually. I probably generally like it a little more than the chocolate mint tea, but it's very close. I kind of go back and forth. Vix, hello. Thank you for the follow. Wonderful to have you. Thank you for stopping by. Mwah. Oh, same to you, little banana dude. Thank you for joining the coven. Wonderful to have you. Mwah. Let's see. David's Tea has so many cool and fun ones. Yeah, absolutely. I love the David's Tea stuff. Harney and Sons is so good. It's a little expensive. There's some of their teas that are very expensive and others that are not. I feel like they have a very wide price range. Like there's one I know that I really like that's very expensive. Because I got it one time like as like a free gift. And I was like, I hope I don't like this very much because I can't afford it. And then I really liked it, and I was like, oh no. Let's see. Where'd you get the glass bottles and cute tiny crystal spoon? The spoon I got on Etsy. The bottles I got from Michael's. And actually, that's where I got all the stuff that I made this little thing too. I'm going to show this off because I have not had a chance to show it off on stream before. There we go. This little like potion vial sort of thing, this chemistry vial thing, was something for Halloween. And then I got Michael sells like colored moss and vines. So I just took the vines, and I kind of wrapped it around it and super glue and like hot glued it and stuff in parts. And then I just like glued some of this moss kind of onto random areas. Yeah. A nice little prop. Try not to get my plants and my candles. Main questions where you get a lot of accessories and aesthetic stuff. As far as like these sorts of accessories, like rings and stuff. If that's what you mean, there's one website called Rogue and Wolf. And I love their stuff. I have a jacket from them. I have quite a few rings from them. They do all these like 3D printed like cool rings. They have some like MIDI rings that are meant for like kind of up here. Very nice. I actually did set my house did kind of look. There was one time I was playing D&D and my couch caught on fire. It was fine. Everything was fine. A short little ER visit had to be made, but that's why I'm always very careful about my candle placement now. It wasn't. I had actually a family member of mine had a one of those little battery packs. When your DM takes dex saving throws too seriously, the DM cast Fireball directly into my house. No, my one of the portable batteries spontaneously exploded in my living room while I was the only person home, and I also had my door closed, and I almost didn't hear it. And essentially, like, I heard like something, and I was like, "Oh, Binks is just pulling the curtains down. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'll check on it later." Oh, good thing I did not. Good thing I checked then. Because my couch was on fire. So that could have been gone very poorly. But we're fine. We're good. It was handled. But my panic response was to immediately go back to my computer and just warn everybody, like, "Hey, I gotta go. My couch is on fire. Keep playing. You're fine." Oh, group deep breath, Banana Dude, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Also, these candles are scented. They don't go together well. My window's open, so luckily it's fine. My couch is on fire, leaves called. That's literally what happened. I told them all to keep playing. Oh, but this one is called Smoke and Amber. These two, I know what I have the labels facing away. I can't remember which is which. One is like a cotton candy sort of scent, and the other is like, gosh, I can actually look. This one is marshmallow and vanilla. Let's see if I can turn this to see the label. This one is churros, brown sugar, and funnel cake. Only the witchiest scents for my for my altar. Table teacups, thing you put your spoon in, dishes. Halloween stores are where I buy many of my decorations. Fuji VTube, hello. Thank you for the follow. Hello. Thank you for stopping by and joining the coven. Rogue and Wolf actually does have some like house accessories and stuff, so there's still some stuff on there actually. They have like some nice like cauldron shaped teacups and stuff. They're very cool. But yeah, like this I got at Halloween store. All my jars I got at Michael's. Yeah, my like tablecloth sort of thing was from a Halloween store. So highly recommend checking out the decor at your local Halloween store this coming season. Have that candle right now. Which one, Star? The churro, the marshmallow, or the smoke and incense? Ooh, I have a recommendation if you like forest scented candles, Pika. I've got one down here. Let me grab it and I can show it to you. At the fair, the churros, brown sugar, and funnel cake. Oh, same! Shakes your hand, Star. Yeah, I think that one's very delicious. I think this is it. Yeah, because I got the problem with like foresty, like, because I like you know, the moss, forest scented candles, but sometimes you want something that smells like the idea of forest and moss and rain, not to actually smell like it. But I got because I've gotten a few that were a little too natural smelling. But this one, it's from Rise and Pine. I think I got this one on Etsy too, but it's Watching the Rain Fall on the Mountains. I thought it smells very good. I still want to find like a candle with like an ozone smell to it. I think this, I can't remember if this had like any of that. They described the scent profile as dew, mist, and lily. It's very nice. But yeah, I want a candle with like an ozone smell to it. But I have not found one that I liked quite enough just yet. I also have a candle that smells like pizza. Let me grab that one. Let me show you guys my pizza candle. All right, we're back. Just went to light an incense and two of them fused together, so I'm just burning the... Oh no! There's something about incense I can't do, unfortunately. It's not necessarily the smell, but the smoke really bothers my eyes, unfortunately. We go, oh, the group breathing. Oh, next, thank you for reminding me. Banana, I'm so sorry. Let's do that group deep breath now. Thank you so much for that, Next. I appreciate it. And then we'll do, I'm sorry, because I get very excited about candles. All right. So anybody who would like to join in, we're going to go ahead and do a nice calming deep breath, which is good because I'm getting a little worked up over all my candles. So I'll just count us through. I'll let you know when to inhale, when to hold, and when to exhale, okay? Anybody who'd like to join in, please feel free. We're just gonna start out with a nice deep inhale right into the belly, okay? So first, inhale. And hold. And out. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Banana Dude. Oh, Binks is here with me too. He's purring. He's getting a little scritch. Oh, that's it, Binks. Sophie, of course, coming in with a whisper request. Thank you, Sophie. I appreciate it. I will get to that in just a moment. I just want to talk about my candles for a second. I have them all in my lap, so so some of my we'll save the best for last. We'll save the pizza candle for last. So we've got my ley lines. This company on Etsy, Rose at Adder. Let's see. There we go. I don't think I can't say I don't think they make this candle anymore, unfortunately. I could be wrong. But man, it's so good. They make this is soy, so it's not like super smooth, so that's why it looks a little bit like this. But they do like woodwick candles like this. Oh, and they're so nice sounding. There we go. So that's another foresty sort of candle I like. And then Briarwick also, it's another candle company I enjoy. They do like book themed candles. And so I have a little set from them. That's Raven Boys, Caves Water, and Fox Way. And I actually have a larger version of this one somewhere. Oh, it's so good. Foxway. The scent throw, I admit, is not it doesn't fill up a room, but like if you just want like a little nice thing next to you, it's very nice. Oh, this one smells so good. The thing that's crazy to me, because this one is, these are described, the Foxway is an intriguing selection of tea. This one is supposed to be like a tea smelling candle. This one is like a ancient trees, forest mist, and moss. So, very natural sort of smell. But the last one is called Raven Boys. And the scent is described as motor oil, gasoline, and leather. And it smells exactly like that. I do not know how they got the smell of gasoline perfectly emulated in a candle. It is wild to me. This smells like being at a gas station. It's crazy. It's wild. It's a very cool smell. Oh, Zelthia, thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining the coven. Welcome in. And then I have some more candles, but they're very hard to reach. I'm not gonna get those ones down. So we'll lead up to the pizza candle with the French baguette. This is of course your three wick Bath and Body Works candles. Very classic. But yeah, French baguette. Oh, this one smells like buttery. Oh, it's delicious. The problem with these is like they make you hungry. But yeah, so there's that. And then finally we have Rome Pizzeria. Let me see. Yeah. And it's so funny because when I got this candle, the person who sold it to me was excited about it as I was. Like, they were like, "Oh, we have this one candle. We have exactly one left over, and it's so fun." He's like, "This is the weirdest candle. It's so fun." And I was like, he was like, "It's a pizza candle." And I was like, "You got to show me the pizza candle. I gotta buy the pizza candle." But it doesn't smell like, you know, like fast food pizza. Like, it smells like I say this, I've never been to Rome, but this smells like the idea of going. Like, I feel like that's what's important with candles. They don't need to smell exactly like what you think they're going to smell like. They just need to smell like the idea of the thing they're supposed to smell like. And this smells exactly like the idea of pizza in Rome. Yeah, like I don't know that they have it, or we'll bring it back because it's yeah, fragrance notes. Fresh basil. I actually didn't know this was here. Fresh basil, tomato sauce, warm crusty pizza dough, essential oils. Man, you guys, if they bring this back, highly recommend, just for the novelty of it. I burned it in my house one time, like just in the kitchen, and everybody came in and was like, why does it smell like that? And I was like, "'Cause I have a pizza candle." It like unironically smells good though. Oh, and Vesper, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you for joining the coven. Mwah. Thank you. All right, now let's get to that. ASMR request for Sylvia. I actually need to turn a fan off real quick because my ASMR mic, you will be able to hear this with. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and I'm going to go ahead and switch to my ASMR microphone real quick. And we're going to get Sobi's audio all taken care of. Alright. Does that sound okay, everybody? Does that sound alright? If it's too quiet or too loud, please feel free to let me know. And also, just a heads up for those of you listening with only one headphone in or something, my ASMR microphone is now on. So audio will be going from ear to ear for the redeem. Yeah, heck yeah, ASMR microphone. Alright. So we're gonna go and do this for Sophie's redeem. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the resub.
I'm only here for it as has subscribed for 3 months.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for spending so much time with me. Thank you for the support. Subs. Oh, alright. So, Sophie's request, you get taken on a family movie trip with Celestial and Eldridge Parent. We're actually going to wait just a second because the ads just started. So we're going to wait for about 1 minute. And now you just get some free ASMR. And then we're just going to wait for the ads to finish up. So we're just gonna wait for the ad to finish up. And then we'll continue. Okay. Oh my stars are a little green. Let's fix that. There we go. That's more like it. Alright. Ads should be over now. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and have the celestial in this ear. Oh, calling you our soft little starshine over here. And then we'll have the eldritch being in this ear. Please. Oh, my little starshine. They've only just truly been born. We can't take them to see an R-rated movie. It'll be far too scary. They're strong. They'll be fine. You worry too much. My little pet can handle it. Can't they? It's not a question of whether or not they can handle it. Please, I know my little starshine. I know they could handle anything. But it's not good for them, so young. They may seem young to you, but you have to remember, creatures like us lose our grip on age. 100 years old and 1,000. There's very little difference to us. I suppose you're correct, but I don't like it. I just want to keep them safe. I promise. That's my goal as well. They'll be just fine. We're going back to our main mic now. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too silly. I didn't, family movie trip with Celestial and Eldritch Parent. There's an inherent silliness to that. So, alright. We're back to the tea party. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some more brownie bites. Because I'm really craving them. I really want some more of these little brownie boys. I'm gonna go grab some brownies. And then I'll come back. And then actually, a whisper request, a trip to the market with Aura. Alright, I could do that for you. But yeah, we've got our tarot deck right here. It was right here the entire time. It was just in disguise. We've got that's the least possible demon boy card that I could have pulled. Yeah, we got oh no, this is the angel boys. This is my angel boy tarot deck. So we'll go ahead and get that started in just a minute. But first, like I said, I'm gonna go grab some brownies, and then I'm gonna go do potatoes ASMR request, and I will be right back. And we're back. Hello. Oh, Aries, hi Aries. Had a different video playing when I joined. Oh yeah, we're just doing some ASMR redeems. It's sassy Salem. My 2D model gets very sassy. We get some sassy faces with this one. Oh, Pancakes, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Good to have you. Thank you for joining the comment. Oh, anime, of course. You can, yeah. That's what the ASMR redeems are there for. Feel free. Oh, I was about to say they better know some fire spells because they be frozen. Got hit with that, what's the spell? Flesh to stone? No, I think I'm thinking of a different one. I think that's the one where you can, like, meld into stone. Oh god, or no, that's... Hold on. I need to get my D&D lore straight. Yeah, flesh to stone, that's what I was thinking of. Let's see. Epitome of cat with all the knives. Maximum smug. Oh, Finale! Hello. Thank you for joining the coven. Lovely to have you here with us. we're just finishing up our little tea party. We've got some tea and snacks for you there if you want them. I'm just finishing up my brownie. It's my third brownie because I stuffed one in my throat on my way back to my computer. Also, Fish, I'm so sorry. I know this is 17 years late, but I just saw your message about the ask for candles for Christmas and birthdays and getting masculine candles and stuff. Yeah, I feel that. I'm sorry. I hope you get some candles you like a little better. I always luckily, like, some people are like, oh, I don't want to give you money, or I don't want to buy you like I don't want a gift list because I want to find something that's like a surprise for you and buy you something thoughtful. Luckily, my entire family is not like that. We're all very like, please tell me what you want me to buy you. If you just want money, just tell me that. My sister and I actually have a Christmas pact that we don't buy each other gifts on Christmas ever, because our gift to each other is saving money. Oh, they're so good. The little brownie bites. I just got them for like $3. Oh, delicious. Yeah, especially around Christmas time. You already have to spend so much money on. One year we were both just like, look, I don't need anything from you. Can we just save the money? I can't even remember who brought the idea up, but we were both like, yeah, I love that. That's my favorite gift. I'm gonna move that out of the way so you don't have to see my gross little snack plate anymore. And I do remember, Potato, that you've still got your whisper request. Just getting resituated, and then we will get right to that. I had to mute my mic really quick because my cat feeder went off and it was about to get very loud. There we go. I love the gilded edges on this deck as well. Alright. So let me get your little whisper request done for you, Potato. You know what? I'm gonna wait just a moment until my cat is done eating because I realized my my ASMR microphone will absolutely pick up the cat munching. Let me actually let's see if it does. You all can let me know. Any munching? Any crunching? Nothing? Well, that's a surprise. Well, that's good at least. Oh, you heard the crunch? Yeah. Sorry, we're listening for kitty crunches. He's so cute. All right. I'm not gonna. We'll wait just a second until he's finishing with his dinner. We got our brownies and snacks and such. Well, Bingus deserves his dinner, his feast. Didn't know my headphones were capable of this. Yeah. We're gonna do some ASMR. I'll help you explore your headphones capabilities in just a moment. Lexi, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Lovely to have you here. Mwah. Thank you. You like the candles? Oh, thank you, Catboy. I'm glad you like them. Zetter, hello, is that Zetter I see peeking in here? Hi. It's good to see you. Hello. Are you all done crunching? Oh, I know he's gonna want to go out. He always wants to go explore a little after dinner. You let him out real quick. That's my boy. There we go. I'm good, Zetter. I'm having a fun night with everybody. Thank you. Alright. Out of stock on the redeems. Certain redeems have a limit, either of how many times they can be redeemed per stream, in total. Some of them have, per stream per person, or how often they can be redeemed, like time-wise. So if it's out of stock, it just means, for now, it's been redeemed as many times as it can be, and we'll be back either later or on another stream. To be fully honest, I can't remember what redeems have what limits on them, so I couldn't tell you right offhand. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's what it means at least. Alright, so let's get that ASMR done. And then I'll open up for some tarot readings. I hope you're enjoying your time at the market here with me. I know the wares of the carnate domain can be a little scant. We aren't exactly a central hub for travel, existing on the outlands as we do, bordering the wastes. We tend to get more monsters than travelers. But we make do. We do enjoy our fanciful amenities. If you've seen anything that caught your eye while you're here, please let me know. You've been through a hard time recently, and I would very much like to make sure that you're treated to something nice. I'd like, if at all possible, to leave you with some fond memories of this place. Good. Thank you, my dear. Now let's continue on. I think there's a few food stalls up ahead. We'll get you some snacks to fuel up on. Alright. This way. Alright. There we go. There's already some more. A little visit with Aura. Oh, we got another whisper request for Good Cat Boy. Alright. I could do that. It's plain and simple. Straight to the point. I love that. Let's do it. Oh, good night, Nex. Thank you for stopping by. It's wonderful to have you. Now some Good Cat Boy. Actually, I have some stuff I can make this authentic. Let's get going. Let's go. Thank you, Catboy. Oh. Nah, my good Catboy. That. Oh, good Catboy. Good. Oh, I'm so sorry. 1 second. I couldn't hear my mic in my headphones. Oh, I fixed it. Okay. Good, cat boy. Good. That's it. Scratches for my good cat boy. Good. Oh, you're doing amazing. You're doing so good. Oh, come here. Good cat boy. Good. I appreciate it. I was wondering, I didn't have my ASMR mic coming through my headphones earlier, and I was like, why can't I hear this very well? And now I realized. Now I got it. Alright, so now we're all set, I believe. I think we're all caught up on redeems. Yes, I think we're all good. So let's head on and do some tarot readings. Let me go ahead and get into... oh, let me get our background music going again. Posture check. Thank you, Pika. Appreciate it. Stretch care package. Oh, thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna do... so just so you guys know, if you haven't been here for one of my tarot streams before, the way I do it is I release like batches of openings, so I'm gonna do 5 at a time. It's only going to cost 1 channel point, and it's pretty much just whoever manages to click fastest is going to get them. I'm going to try and be a little quicker about it. A lot of times when it's just like on a regular stream and I do redeem, when I do a tarot redeem, I'll go a little longer because, you know, it's kind of, you're spending a lot of points. But for now, I just want to try and get as many as I can for people. So we're going to do a 1. Everybody can redeem once per stream. It only costs 1 point to redeem. And well, let's go. So I will let you know when they're about to go live. Oh, Sophie, I'm glad you like the rings. Thank you. Oh, another stretch fit. Thank you for good measure. Yeah. Got a free yawn with that. Oh, Star, I've been looking forward to it too. It was so nice. I like went shopping and grabbed like the little snacks and stuff. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and so the tarot redeems should go live. I'll give a countdown. I know it won't be perfectly timed with when they go live, but so just a heads up. You can go ahead. I would go ahead and open the like redeem or get ready to redeem if you would like one now, because I'm gonna be opening 5 slots. And so, like I said, it's gonna open in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Oh, thank you, Dan. I'm glad you like it. I know, it's one of my favorite decks. I really appreciate it. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Thank you guys for the redeems. I'm excited to do some readings for you. Tycho with the first redeem. You are on it. I'm glad. I love doing readings for you, Tycho. I really one day I want to pull the Wheel of Fortune for you so bad. I believe this deck was a limited run. I could be wrong. I don't remember offhand. I believe it was called the Angelic Arcana. I think that should take you to it if you search that up. Can't pull Wheel of Fortune for me because I am the wheel. But yeah, just so you guys know, let me give you a little tour of what this deck looks like. It's a bunch of angel boys. I have this deck, and then I also have a demon boy tarot deck by the same creator. So we've got, you know, some. I think there's actually they look like they have a more feminine figure. So that maybe it's not angel boys. Maybe it's just angels in general. You know, I don't know their identities. Who knows? It's the angel deck. We'll say that. But yeah, it's very cool. And there's some hot boy cards. So we've got Tycho, Potato, Bobby, Sreg, and Pika. The sides of the deck are indeed gold. You have a keen eye, Bobby. There we go. So let's go ahead and give it one more shuffle, and we'll keep Tycho in mind as we shuffle. There we go. All right. Oh, still being sold. Oh, fantastic! I'm glad, Jay. Maybe it's just the demon tarot that I'm thinking of from that artist. Predicted cups. All right, Tycho. Let's see what we get. Potatoes predicting cups. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. You saw me shuffle that. There's no way. You've got to be kidding. That is straight up the Wheel of Fortune for our casino dog, casino demon, buddy. That's wild. That is insane. The fact that that was the first card pull. Wild. All right. This was it. The perfect run. It's the perfect seed. Oh, gosh. All right, well, Tycho, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give an explanation for the class. You know what this card means. You know what this is all about. Oh gosh. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about, fickle fortune, ups and downs, sort of the cycle of fate. And I think the Wheel of Fortune, sort of. To me, feels like it signifies sort of hectic times. It feels like, like you could, like, to me, a lot of the time it feels like sort of a portent of like being in sort of a downswing and sort of the coming of an upswing, like not trusting that your like that the cycle of bad luck will continue forever. Just because you're maybe in like a bad cycle right now, or something isn't going exactly how you planned, maybe things just aren't running super smoothly. Again, fickle fortune. Things really can change on a dime, and it feels like if things aren't going very well for you, which I hope they are. I'm sorry to hear if they're not. But if things have been a little rough or something's not going quite to plan, this feels like a little sign of like, hey, hold out a little bit. You've got things are gonna change. You're not gonna be stuck like this forever, okay? Oh no, Tycho, I'm so sorry. The perfect run ruined. How do I speak? Did you hear that, or do I need to go? Should I go back over it? I'm more than happy to go back over it. I'm so sorry. I did not. Some of my stuff is in the way of seeing the ad timing. Yeah, I'll go back over it real quick. No. You're not holding me up. I want to do this. So basically, the Wheel of Fortune is it's all about cycles, ups and downs, good luck, bad luck, they come in waves, and for the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of the time to me, it sort of feels like a warning that just because you're in a bad cycle right now, or maybe things aren't going to plan, it feels like a reminder that things are not stuck this way, you are not stuck in this cycle, things will bounce back. And I'm sorry if things are not going very well for you right now, if something is maybe not going quite to plan. But I think things will they'll calm down soon for you. You kind of just, unfortunately, it's one of those things of just kind of needing to hold on to a little faith. And I feel like things will turn around, But there's your card, Tycho, the Wheel of Fortune, which is just wild, insane. There we go. So you got, I think if your luck hasn't been great lately, you got better things coming. Yeah, thank you guys for letting Lexi know. Yeah, Lexi, basically I redeemed the tarot redeems in batches. So right now we're just doing the first 5 people, and then we're gonna go ahead and do some more people. I don't know how many people we're gonna do tonight. To be honest, I meant to start this earlier, but I kind of just got caught up in the tea party. My throat's starting to get a little bit sore, but truthfully, I was hoping I wanted to do like some throat coat tea, because it kind of helps me to be able to drink while I'm streaming. Mint is absolutely an irritant. It definitely is not the best for sipping on during long periods of talking, but it is delicious, so I don't mind either way. But yeah, so next up we have potato. And then, like I said, we're gonna kind of do these a little bit faster than sometimes on streams, just to make sure I can try to get to lots of people. And one thing I forgot to say at the beginning is just a heads up. I know some people are more into tarot as a mystic, spiritual belief of like fate and higher power sort of things. For me, I don't use them that way. That's not how I look at them. I look at them as a way to kind of get hope and some thoughts and new perspectives on situations. You know, if you pull a card and it's like, hey, you know, like maybe it feels like there's a problem in your life that's rooted in this. Maybe this card feels like a suggestion to check out this area. You know, maybe you're like, oh yeah, that sounds right, and I hadn't checked that out before. Let me think about what I can do about that. And so it's like a way to think about things in a new light, you know? So if something feels like it makes sense to you, and it feels right, and like you get some good advice from it, or some good ideas, then by all means, I'm very happy. However, if something doesn't quite sound right, if it doesn't sound great for you, it's, you know, at the end of the day, they're just cards. I don't know your life. You know your life much better than me or a deck of cards. So please do what's best for you. Okay? So potato, your card is the 3 of Swords. Take what resonates. Yeah, a few of my favorite. Yeah, I love that. That's exactly it. Take what resonates. So here we go. Let me try to work my magic is what I was gonna say, but that's not what I was trying to say. I was gonna say try and get things centered so you can see your card. Wait, hold on, I just realized I'm doing this backwards. There we go. I want you to be able to see like kind of the name in the picture. There we go. We'll get that down faster eventually. Black Rose, hello, yes, we're doing some tarot card readings. I love seeing your name every time. It reminds me of Dot Hack. Wonderful. But yeah, so 3 of Swords. So the swords are the suit of air. Some of the sort of core concepts that come with it are like reason, thought. There is a lot of sort of a feeling of truth that comes with the swords suit. Particularly the 3 of Swords, I will admit, is not the sort of meaning that it comes with is a bit tough, as some life lessons and experiences can be, unfortunately. There is sort of a concept of sort of betrayal, I suppose, is a word for it. You know, there's sort of the cracked heart in here. This feels to me a bit like it feels like there is sort of a something going on in your life that feels like it is something very close to you that you are holding to your heart that maybe is hurting you more than it's helping you. It's sort of those things that you know, sometimes it's very hard to let things go, that even if they're not good for you. And I think right now is probably a good time to do some examining on the things in your life. The maybe it's people that you hold close to you. It may be with the swords. It could be an idea, some way that you move through life, the way you think about things, sort of an idea that you have that is maybe bringing you more heartache than relief right now. And I just think it's a good idea to kind of reflect on sort of your sort of daily goings on and seeing if there's anything that feels like it's not serving you how it should, you know? Like, you know, like I said, it can be hard to let go of things even that are not good for you. Like, we get used to things, and it's just like, I like this just because it's been here and because it's comfortable, but just because it's comfortable doesn't always mean it's good for you, you know? But yeah, so there's your card. I'm sorry, it's not the happiest card. I wish I had pulled a happier card for you, Potato. But there's your card, the Three of Swords, if you'd like to look more into it, because I know I can get a little rambly. Three of Swords is your card. So let's go ahead and let's go with Bobby. We've got Bobby up next. Can you magic my ear infection out? I can give you a dream where you don't have an ear infection. Maybe. Dreams get very complicated. You know, there's a lot going on. I kind of just craft dreams and I put them out in the world and they end up with who they end up with. There we go. Oh, thank you for the invoked duplicity, Pika. Appreciate it. Yeah, Potato. And like I said, you know, if you feel like that doesn't quite feel right for you, you know your life much better than me and a deck of cards. But it's just, you know, just make sure everything and all the relationships in your life are there because they make your life better, not just because they've always been there, you know? Alright, so Bobby. Oh, I'm glad you like the earbound thing. Yeah, Jay. I can kind of, sometimes. Let me see if I can get. It's a little tough to get, like, sort of one up and one down, but I could do it. Unlimited power! Alright, so Bobby, your card. Ooh, I love this card. This is a spicy looking boy. I love this card. Your card, I forgot to read it, is the King of Pentacles. So here's the illustration on there. There we go. There we go. There's your card. So the Pentacles are, whereas the Swords, kind of what I was talking about, is very air, it's sort of like based on a lot of ideas, concepts. The Pentacles the element for Pentacles is earth, and it's a very grounded suit. It's very, it's about like material, physical, tangible things, you know? So with that was the King, correct? The King of Pentacles. Yeah, actually the King, I'm just gonna pull it back out just to hold for some examples. Kind of the way that there's a lot of stuff going on here. The King has sort of with this illustration, it feels like, you know, the King has a lot of hands for holding a lot of stuff. There is you know, kind of a lot going on around him. He's literally holding the pentacles, the symbol of things. And I feel like this is I suppose you could actually really take this in a couple different ways. It could feel like a portent of sort of things to come. Like, you know, maybe you are working on progressing, like, you know, you're trying to get a new job. You're trying to open a business, you know, do something of that sort that could be very conducive for like wealth and physical tangible things. This, you could take it as sort of a sign that whatever you are working on, continue that. I think that will be a good path to security. I think you could also take this as like a sign of like right now, I think that the things you have, the sort of material in your life, not necessarily just things either, but like, oh, Binks is meow. He wants to come back in. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. All right, yeah. So King of Pentacles, yeah. You could take it as sort of like, hey, the things in your life right now are plenty and good, and I like it's good to appreciate them, and I feel like you're not wanting a lot more right now, and that I'm glad that you have some security in what you got. Thank you for the poll. Actually, I'm working on increasing my tangible items by going back to school this fall. Yeah, that's very much a path that you could use towards like security and sort of enjoying living the good life, you know. So this feels like a just sort of a message of like, hey, you're on the right path with that. So there's your card, the King of Pentacles. Let's go on to our next poll. That is Sreg. Thank you so much for the redeem. Robin, hello. I hope you're doing well too. Thank you so much for stopping by. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna, before we do our next poll, I'm gonna go grab some. I'm gonna go heat my tea up real quick because it's ice cold. I'm gonna just step away for just a moment. We're gonna go to our BRB screen real quick, and I will talk to you all in just a moment. Okay? We'll see you soon. Bye.
Sounded so easy. But I got lost and you found me so easily. But then the world said, please tread softly, don't leave scratches on my skin. Simple, its complexity, always begging me to let you in. I follow your silhouette, followed so easy. And round we went, yet to give in to me. And the answer is a mystery, spoken softly like a sacred sin. Time was empty, no reality, losing grip on what we had within. Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? I follow your silhouette, followed so easy. And round we went, yet to give in to me. And so easily. But then the world said, please tread softly, don't leave scratches on my skin. Always simple, it's complexity, always begging me to let you in. I follow your silhouette, followed so easy.
Alright, we're back. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to switch to a big boy cup. I was like, I need more tea. Oh, and I put lots of honey in it, and some warm tea already feels good on my throat. Yeah, unfortunately, it's nowhere for now, but hopefully all of the song will be up somewhere. You can listen to it eventually. I'll keep you guys posted. I promise. All right, go. Yeah, like iced tea or like tea that's like cold brew or something. Absolutely love that, but it was just warm tea that was tepid. My tea tonight, Black Rose, is oh, hiccup. Oh, ouch. Please be done. Oh. This is chocolate mint tea. And yeah, we're doing tarot redeems. China, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Thank you for joining the coven and spend some time with us. Mwah! Thank you. Alright, so we had done Tycho, Potato, and Bobby. I'm still not over the fact that Tycho managed to get the Wheel of Fortune. Wild. But now let's go ahead and let's get to your cards, Greg. Let me give it a shuffle. Go. There we go. Oolong and black tea can be very good. I like them especially with milk teas, like with boba. There we go. All right. All right, so Sreg, your card is the Ace of Cups. Oh, that's such a pretty card too. I love that. Oh, there we go. The Ace of Cups. Alright, so the Ace of Cups, actually, funny enough, it sort of feels a little bit like the King of Pentacles in a way. And I will explain why. So the Ace of Cups, the cups, the suit is kind of water. It's very about things that, you sort of normally associate with water. Sort of like emotions, the spiritual side, the sort of like fluid, somewhat more intangible side of people and feelings and such. So the Ace of Cups is sort of about a spiritual or emotional like calmness, or like there's a sort of a satisfaction to it that I feel like, just the face here, like you could see, looks they look chill, they're vibing. Look at that, look at those vibes, they're immaculate. So the with the Ace of Cups, it feels sort of like, if there's something that you're working on right now, you know, if there's like a new hobby you found, maybe, I think that's like a lot of the times like more like personal things, hobbies, friendships, relationships, that are sort of satisfying to your soul, I guess is a dramatic way to put it. I think that feels like a good thing to stick with, or like if you've picked up something new and it's been feeling right lately, I think this is like, hey, this is a good idea. Let's keep going. You know, kind of like, you know, the best example I can think of just off the top of my head is like with drawing. You know, sometimes a lot of people pick up drawing and it feels fun and nice, but like it's also frustrating because it's hard and you don't feel like you're very good and you don't feel like you're improving, but something about it just speaks to you. It just feels right to be creating in that way. If there's something like that you've come upon lately, I think it's a good idea to keep going, to push through. I think it feels like there's a source of like fulfillment that's come for you lately. And I'm happy. I'm very happy if that's the case. But yeah, I think you know, if you have people discouraging you from it or anything, don't listen. This is about you. This is about what makes you feel good, and brings you peace and calmness. Okay. So if there's something that people are, it feels like people are dissuading you from lately, don't listen. You do you, okay? All right, there's your cards, Reg. A new attitude for your main hobby recently, maybe that? Yeah, maybe, that could be it. That is all up to you. As I said before, if it feels, I'm gonna steal what Tycho said. Take what resonates and throw out anything that doesn't make sense for you, okay? Oh, and just a heads up, we've got ads starting in about 30 seconds here, just to let you know. Oh gosh. Here we go. So if you need to take a little break or anything, I'm sorry, I know we just did that with the BRB screen, but if you need to grab a snack, grab some water, some juice, hydrate, take care of yourself, please do. It's a good time if you need to. There we go. So now Pika fork jump scare. Yeah, we got ghosts. Oh, Wire! Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for coming and hanging out. It's wonderful to have you here. Mwah! Thank you for joining the coven. Alright, Pika. Let's see what your card is. Alright, the Six of Cups. Here we go. So here's your card. Here we go. The Six of Cups. Alright, so with the Six of Cups, as I said, the cups all about water, spiritual, emotional, feelings, relationships, you know, all of that. So the Six of Cups, there is sort of a tenderness to this card, I feel like, you know, like almost like a trusting nature to it, like with the closed eye. I don't know, something about it, maybe it's just me, maybe, oh gosh, if I get it centered correctly. Like it feels like there's something serene and kind of trusting about it. You know, the wings spread open, there's a lot of openness combined with the vulnerability of not being able to see, you know, and something about that just feels trusting to me. So I think right now, there's sort of a, like with the air of sort of, kindness and trust to it. This feels like a sign that like, if there is something that you are needing help and oh gosh, how do I say this? Like help and support with, I think it feels like you have people around you that you can lean on. Like this feels like you are in a good place in life in regards to the relationships and the people around you. And if so, I'm very happy about that. I really hope you are. But it feels like you are finding people that you can be open with, and even like the cups sort of signifying the relationships and sort of the idea of cups. On the cups, if you notice, the eyes themselves are open on here. It's sort of the main sort of core of the card, what I would take as like the representation of who the card is for, that has the eyes closed. So it's sort of, you know, a permission to let the people around you, see what you're going with, see what you need help with. That you can, right now, you're in a place where you can trust the people around you and the relationships that you have, you know? But yeah, so there's your card, the Six of Cups, Pika. There we go. Thank you for the redeem, I appreciate it. Alright, and it looks like we have a whisper request from Jay. Thank you. Maybe a small update, or if that's hard to improv, and I miss you sending from our bestie Ilya. Oh, I can certainly do that for you. Not to give too many spoilers, but there is a, you know, something like that in the works eventually for Ilya. I do not know when it will come out. There's some other videos that I would like to make before that, just for... Now that I have a bit more of sort of a cast of characters and stuff, now that I want to tell some stories with them, alongside the comfort, I'm trying to do things chronologically as best I can. Oh, there we go. That was a weird cut. I don't know why I just cut the deck like that. It was a strange cut. Alright, but so... the deck is so pretty. Oh, Witch, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Just wondering, will the healer boy be coming back, or was this video one time only? Unfortunately, any video that is not written by me, if you, like, in the intro, if I mentioned there was a script that was done by somebody else, unless they write a follow-up, I generally will not be creating anymore. If I see a video has a lot of people that like it, though, there are definitely some script authors that I do want to reach out to and be like, hey, can you do like a, can I commission you? Can I pay you to do a continuation of this? Or would you be okay with somebody else writing this and continuing it? Yeah, just because it's sort of like, you know, while I'm voicing the character and sort of like adding my own stuff here and there, you know, at the core it still feels like their character, their story they came up with, and I don't want to intrude on that, you know? So unfortunately, yeah, a lot of, there's certain characters that, but again, if that's good to know. I'm glad to know that you liked Healer Boy and would like to see him back. So that kind of lets me know, like, if I see a lot of people saying that, then I can be like, hey, I should talk to that script author. Oh yeah, anime, it just shows you sort of like the, that I have some other commands and where to find them. So yeah, there's a little list. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get that ASMR for you, Jay. Thank you so much for the redeem. I think I'm actually gonna leave the BGM on for this. I don't know, something about it feels right for Ilya's soft vibes. There we go. Shamor, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Coven. Thank you for stopping in. Mwah! Lovely to have you. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Thank you, Sticks, for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alright. So we've got a little update from Elia. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hi, buddy. Oh, it's been a while, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Time kind of gets away from me, you know? But I've been doing a lot of exploring. It's been very exciting. But I miss you. I hope I can see you real soon. But I also want to have lots of stories to tell you, you know? You're always so amazing. You've always got amazing stories. I want to make sure you've got something fun to listen to, too, okay? I hope you're safe. I hope you're happy. Sometimes it's lonely, which is strange. I was by myself for so long on that mountain, and it never really got lonely up there. I don't know, but now that I've known you, I miss you. It makes me happy to think about you, though. Sometimes on long nights, I just think about sitting with you and talking for hours about nothing. It makes me feel all snuggly. I'll see you soon, okay? I promise. I promise. Take care. I miss you. I'll see you soon. Alright. There we go. There's a little Elia redeem. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed a little visit with Elia there. Thank you. We got some key lime pie there, Mochi. Yeah, you're right, it's key lime pie. Could I get a read? We're about to open. The way I do readings on here is I have I have a channel redeem that'll open there. It'll be 1 point, so you only need 1 point to redeem it, and essentially I'm gonna open 5 slots at a time, and then the first 5 people who redeem the pull a tarot card redeem will get a little reading, and so we'll pull some cards where we'll release them in batches. Also, baby, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the coven. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. All right. Let me see your hands. Moji! We got hands. We got fingies. Let's see. All right. So I think we're gonna go. I also want to add on that I feel that with that card, it's also been great that I've been meeting more and more people who are understanding where I'm coming from, what I need. Thanks for your readings. Always, of course. I'm so happy to hear that for you, Pika. That's very neat. I'm glad. I'm happy to hear things are going well in that department for you. Sorry, little orb sip. Robin, thank you for the stretch redeem. I could use that right now, actually. I don't know when I picked up that habit of making that sound when I stretch, but like the little like. I don't know when I started doing that or who I picked that up from. Oh, but gosh, either way, let's get some more. Tarot card readings ready to go. All right, so if you want to get ready, we're about to release 5 more redemptions. So, like I said, there's gonna be a little countdown, but you're probably gonna see it before the countdown. So, get ready, because there is a little stream lag. But so we're going to go ahead and release 5 more tarot readings in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go. We got 5 more. We got Tark, we got Star, we got Cerberus, we got Koishi, and we got Styx. Congrats! All right, so let's get that. I think I'm gonna we'll probably do 5 more after this, just as a heads up. But yeah, we're not done quite yet. I almost thought we would only be able to do 1 more batch. Sorry about that slurp. I kind of did that without thinking. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do 1 more. Cause like I said, my throat was not feeling great earlier, but now with some warm tea and lots more honey in it, I'm feeling a little better. So let's go. We've got, like I said, Tark, Star, Cerberus, Koishi, and Styx. Oh, those did not riffle together whatsoever. So Tark, you are up first. That's great. Let's pull your card, shall we? Oh, thank you, Robin. Yeah, I wasn't like feeling bad or anything. Maybe that was a bad way to put it. I was just, my throat was feeling kind of dry. I felt like I was kind of getting near the limit. Push it to the limit. I think of that every time. All right, Tark, your card is the Knight of Pentacles. This is a cool looking card too. What the heck? All right. So here's your card. Oh gosh, I feel like I should be getting better at centering it, and I'm getting worse. All right. So the Knight of Pentacles. So as I said before, the Pentacles, if it helps kind of give an idea for the concept of Pentacles, Pentacles are also represented in some decks as the coin. They're the element of earth. They're about sort of physical, material, tangible things. The Knight of Pentacles, in particular, there is the Knight character, Mona! Mona, hello! It's good to see you! Hi. Always love seeing you pop by. I hope you've been good lately. Oh, Tomi has the funny. I love Tomi's emotes. They're so good. Ian, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the coven. Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Mwah. All right, so Tark, your card, the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is a very sensible sort of face card, in my opinion. There's sort of a cautiousness to them, and that's sort of I suppose what I would pull from this card is sort of a cautiousness regarding where you're about the things you choose to bring into your life. It could be in regards to like, hey, like be careful of like sort of what you are investing time and money in, sort of like what you like, sort of just be aware of like fiscal risks that come with what you are doing, and be calculated about it, you know, do your due diligence, all of that. That is probably kind of the main thing I would take from this card, is just not necessarily that you're doing anything bad or that anything bad is happening or anything. It just, I think right now it feels like doing your due diligence in terms of financial and material matters feels like it would be a helpful thing. It feels like it would be conducive to your sort of financial material status right now. I'm glad you like them, Mona. I know this deck and my Demon Boys deck, I always shrimp over the cards. I was just shrimping over the King of Pentacles a little bit. I'll call them king any day. But yeah, so just sort of proceed with caution, you know? There we go. So there's your card, Tark. I hope that's helpful for you. And thank you so much for the redeem. Alright. Star, your card is up next. Ooh, Rob. Oh, my card almost just exploded. Ordered my second tarot deck the other day. I'm excited. Oh, I hope you get it soon. That's so fun. What kind of deck did you get? Goose, hello. Hi. I think things are going pretty well tonight. We're having a good night. Chat's a little peckish, so we've still got plenty of tea and snacks for you if you'd like them. Please eat as much as you'd like. Oh, good night, Tark. Thank you so much for coming. It was wonderful to have you. It's always good to see you. Thank you so much. All right. So, Star, your card is up next. There we go. So, Star, your card is the Queen of Cups. Oh, it's a very nice, like, almost sort of like, not romantic in the romantic sense, but like, that doesn't even make sense. You know, like, you know the way people call like France and Spain romantic countries. The image in this feels romantic in that sort of way. Oh, the Star Spinner. I've seen that around. It's very pretty. But yeah, so Star, here's your card, the Queen of Cups. I feel like we've got a lot of cups tonight. There we go. So, cups are sort of, as I've said before, the suit of water, emotions, relationships, the spiritual side of things, you know? The Queen of Cups, I keep putting it back down, but there is very much like a strong, like, maternal, like, caring sort of vibe to it. Like, this is like this person looks so like nurturing, and again, that's sort of towards the cups. So like if you're taking that as like the message of nurturing the relationships and the sort of more emotional or spiritual side of your life right now, feels like a good path to go on. I think right now is a good time to, it could be sort of being tender with others around you, or being tender and sensitive to your own needs. To, if you feel, maybe you've been ignoring your own needs and your emotions and sort of getting caught up in rat race and being too busy lately, and you haven't made enough time for yourself. And I think if you haven't, I think it's a good time to start doing that, you know? It's just like a little reminder, like, hey, check in with yourself. Make sure you're okay. Make sure you have what you need, not just physically, not just do you have the stuff you know, not to say, obviously, you know, food, housing, money, all that. Very important. But it's also important to check in and make sure that you have all the things that make things good for you on the inside too. Just, you know, care for yourself. This is the card of self-care. that's what I'm gonna go with. So please, just, you know, it's just a good idea to check in, see if you need anything, and don't be afraid to let people know or make it known if you need something in your life. Okay? Those are important too. But there's your card, Star. The card of self-care. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, good. Please take care of yourself. I hope you can keep all of those emotional and spiritual and inside needs met for yourself too, okay? Oh, and Pika, there's no, yeah, I mean, I get that, but there's also no need to worry about needing to shuffle cleanly or anything, you know? I've seen a lot of people who actually, I don't have the space to show it, but there's a lot of, like, people I see that will do, like, readings, like, if I'm watching, like, ASMR, or, like, tarot ASMR or something, you know? They'll literally just, like, wash the cards, just scramble them around the desk, and they'll try and, like, kind of pick them all back up, and then if one falls out, they're like, all right, that's the card. Obviously, you know, that's the one that jumped out, so that's the one with the message that we need. I cannot do that myself. I have a lot of cards with gilded edges, and I just don't like scratching up the cards very much. Like, I know, like, things are meant to be used. It's okay if they look worn. I just like to try and keep them as nice as I can. Ooh, this is a little spicy boy card too. Strength. The spicy boy. All right. Don't get distracted by spicy boys. We got a job to do. All right. Let's see. Yeah, same, Mona. I'm with you. All right. So that was Tark. We got Star. All right, Cerberus, your card now. Let's get going. Let's shuffle. I kind of missed the riffle on some of those, a little chunk. That's okay. There we go. Oh, the hat went on, I believe. Yeah, hat on. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you for accessorizing me. I appreciate it. All right, so Cerberus, your card is the Hermit. This is one of my favorite cards, to be honest. I always say that if I thematically regard it, you know, my vibe, I like, you know, I'm the magician. But if I wasn't a magician, I would definitely be the Hermit. I would absolutely be the Hermit. But there's your card, Cerberus. Yeah, this is a spicy boy deck, Mona. That's half the time. That's why I buy tarot decks, because I look at them and they got spicy boys, and I'm like, ooh, hello. my the two reasons I buy decks is this either like vibe with the aesthetic, or these got spicy boys. So yeah, the Hermit, Cerberus. The Hermit is very much a card of like. I don't think of the Hermit as a card of loneliness. I think of the Hermit as a card of being alone, of sort of solitude, but in a peaceful way. I always think that the Hermit is sort of it feels like a little bit of permission. Oh, good night, Robin. Thank you for stopping by. It's been wonderful having you. Thank you. But yeah, I always think of the Hermit as sort of a card of like sometimes you need to detach. Sometimes things get to be a lot. They get to be too much. And I think a lot of people feel very... they feel like they need to be accessible at all times. I think we live in a sort of time and culture, not to get too deep into things, but I think we live in a time and culture where you're expected to, or at least where I live, you're sort of expected to be available at the dial of a phone, you know? And you know what? Just because somebody sends you a message in an owl doesn't mean you have to respond. Doesn't mean you have to respond right away. Nobody is entitled to your time, okay? The hermit is very much like a permission card of like, hey, you take all of the time you need for yourself. We all need time for ourselves. It's sort of, this is like, maybe not the card of self-care, because I already gave that to the Queen of Cups, but it's definitely in the self-care suit. It's just sort of like a card of like, if things feel hectic and wild and crazy, you are within your rights to need to step away and take that time for yourself, okay? But there's your card, the Hermit Cerberus. Alright, thank you for the redeem. Now we've got Koishi. Thank you so much for the redeem as well. Of course, Cerberus. Yeah, like I personally, I'm somebody that needs to disconnect a lot. And I make sure that all of my friends and family and everything, they know that. They all know, like, sometimes I'm not going to respond for 3 weeks. And I do think that's something that you should let people know, you know, like, this is just how I am, and sometimes I need a lot of alone time. Oh, actually, Koichi, you are on it, because there is about 30 seconds until the ad starts. So I'll go ahead and wait to pull your card. Thank you so much for catching that. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to do your card while the ad is going. I'll wait until after they finish playing, okay? You just you let me know when the ads finish up, okay? Just post a little message in chat, and then I'll get started with your reading. Mwah. You did. Maybe you should be the one over here reading some cards, Koichi. You were on that. Oh, Peanut, welcome back. Good to have you. I hope you had some delicious tea. Oh, yeah. Gosh, I tried to like set it on the fork. Oh. Then the future was ads. I know, I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for being patient with them. Doesn't even need a poll, they're just off predicting stuff, I know. Oh, yeah, like, I know the grouped ads kind of, I do keep trying to throw things. Gosh. I'm craving violence tonight, apparently. It's the cat ears. But yeah, so, yeah, I think we're gonna do, after we do this, we're gonna do 5 more cards, and then we'll probably finish up for the night. I got some more stuff I gotta do. Gotta get some stuff set up for my my apartment. I think I've finally found an apartment. It was so hard. But I finally got my place set up. I'm all that is as set as it can be, I think, for my move. So oh, it was so stressful. But I think I finally have my apartment. Oh yeah, moving is the worst. Yeah, I'm moving internationally. I'm moving to Japan in a month. Actually, I realized yesterday I was like, hold on. I was thinking I'm moving in a month yesterday, but I was like, no, I leave on the 5th. There is literally less than a month until I am moving out of the country. It's terrifying. We'll go do a little witch exchange. Learn some foreign potions. Alright. Oh, thank you, Ari. I appreciate it. Free from Agile. Alright, Koishi. Let's get these shuffled and cut one more time. And then we'll pull your card. And we'll do sticks. The last 5 are probably going to be pretty quick, just so you know. Just as a heads up, I just don't want anybody to be disappointed. Last 5 cards will probably be, I'm going to try and, we're going to speed run. They're not going to be too fast. I'm not going to be like, alright, this card means you're gay. Next card. I'm stealing Tycho's deck there with the card meanings. Oh, gosh. That was the funniest thing when Tycho did that. Oh, I don't know if Tycho's still in chat, but Tycho's very funny. I always laugh a lot when I'm in his streams. Very, very funny. Very happy to spend time over there. You know what? Real quick, while I'm being mushy about Tycho, let's get a little shout out. Let's leave a little clip.
No, we can be useless together.
Okay.
Bonk.
Alright,
Bonk.
JK.
Bonk. Bonk. Get shitted on, idiot. Hi. There he goes.
Oh my god.
Shitted and farted.
Sure did farted.
Tycho and Cad, my beloveds. Oh gosh. I always love that me and Cad are like Tycho's little gremlins too. Alright, so let's go ahead, and your card, Koishi, is the sun. Oh, that's such a pretty card. I love like the shoulder markings. Alright, so maybe I should actually show you your card. But there it is, the sun. Alright. So the sun is very much a, it's sort of a, it's a very, I was gonna say a bright card. It's the sun. Of course it's bright. it's very much a good omen though. Like some of the keywords are kind of like happiness, success. It's sort of like the card that like, when you think like tarot readers and stuff or fortune tellers are just like trying to tell you what you want to hear. The sun is like the card that they pull because they're telling you what they know you want to hear. Oh, anime, no worries. That is, you are never under any obligation to stay. I love having you. It's wonderful, but you do what you gotta do. It's wonderful having you. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, so the sun, like I said, it's kind of the card that you feel like they're telling you everything you want to hear. Also, I forgot to say hello, Emily. Thank you for joining the coven. Thank you for stopping by. It's wonderful to have you. Mwah. Thank you. But yeah, so the sun is a card of success, I think is another big key word of it. It is like you are on the right path. It's pretty much like it's not necessarily associated with a specific concept, like the swords and the cups and wands and stuff are sort of like feelings or truth or passion. The sun is just sort of a general sign of things will be well, things will be okay, you are on the right path, and I think if things feel unsteady right now, I think that things will become clear for you very soon. I don't think that necessarily means sit back on your haunches and everything will be fine, everything will come to you, but if you continue working on the path that you're on, I think you are, it feels like you are on the road to success with that. Whatever, so it's sort of just a symbol of whatever is important to you, whatever you're working on right now, success is coming. So there you go. There's your card. A lot of cards I try to get in like sort of deeper meanings, but the sun, sort of like just the concept of the sun in general, is very, it is a bright, loud card. Or it is a bright, loud concept, and the card in that sense is not a very subtle card. You sort of have more obscure cards about like sort of the subconscious, about relationships, and then you have the sun that's like, nope, this is bright and clear. It's not about obscurity and that sort of thing. But yeah, so there's your card, Koishi. Don't know how much that means to me. Oh, I very much wish you a lot of success. I truly hope that is correct. As I always say, like I do not claim to have any more sight than anybody else does. But I hope if we're talking coincidences, I hope I get lucky on that one. I wish you all the best. And finally, Styx, we have your card. Thank you for waiting so patiently. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and do your pull. So Styx, your card is the 9 of Cups. Like I said, a lot of cups. It's a very emotional night. So here's your card. There we go. The 9 of Cups. So with this card, the 9 of Cups is, it's sort of like, I don't know, if you look at this card, there's a lot going on. It's a very visually like busy card, not in a bad way. I don't mean that as a bad thing, but there's all the cups back here, there's the cups down here, there's everything going on up here. There's a lot of like design work down in here. There's sort of stuff all over the place, and it's sort of an indulgent feeling card. And in that sense, it sort of feels like a card of self-satisfaction. This feels like a card where it feels like it's telling you to take what you need. Not, of course, not at the expense of other people or anything like that. But I think very often we conflate having what we need and being attentive to our own needs as selfish. And there's no reason for that, like I know a lot of people, talk about like they don't want to spend money on themselves because they feel like they could spend it on somebody else or it could be better somewhere else. But you deserve nice things. You deserve to have the things you want and things that make you happy. Of course you still have to do those things responsibly. But you deserve them. You deserve to have, and this isn't necessarily in terms of material things. It could be, that would be more of sort of the realm of pentacles, but I would say things that satisfy you is sort of the general term, and that could be physical things. It could be in relationships, like the idea of like, I think like if there's people that are not giving you the time that you need or the time that you want, that are important to you, there's no reason that you can't be like, hey, like I really like you, I want to spend more time with you, and I feel a little lonely or neglected or something right now. You are fully within your rights to ask for what you need. Nobody's under necessarily any obligation to provide it or give it to you, but you are absolutely within your rights to make your needs known and to be indulgent in that sense, you know? You deserve what you need. You deserve nice things and satisfaction and all of that, you know? I don't know. I feel like I got so passionate in that card. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that as like a bad thing. This is a good card. I feel like that sounded like a bad card, but this is a good card. This is like a card of like, you deserve the world. I'm just gonna say, you deserve the world. But there's your card, Sticks. Thank you so much for the redeem. I appreciate it. And thank you for hanging out and sticking around. Again, thank you for your patience. Of course, Sticks. Please, like I said, I hope you can get the things that you need in your life, okay? Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of speed run these last 5. They're gonna open up in about 10 seconds here. I'm just going to add a few more. How many are allowed? I accidentally refreshed the redeem. I hope that this does not allow the number that I'm putting in. But if it does, just a heads up, we're only doing the first 5. I'm so sorry if I just messed things up, but we're gonna go ahead and open these very soon. Let's call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, Moldy, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining the coven. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So we've got Airy, Soap, Dragonfly, Peanut. I think there's one more. Who's gonna grab the last one? All right, Airy. I'm so glad you grabbed one, Airy. Let's go ahead and get your reading for you. There we go. Alright, it's not gonna be the tower. I can't promise it's not gonna be the tower, but you know, again, I always joke about this. I shouldn't joke about it, but I do. the tower is not a bad card. I know the joke is the death isn't actually a bad card. There's no bad card in the deck, and then it's like makes direct eye contact with the tower, looks away. But yeah, so no bad cards. They're just advice. But your card, Airy, is the moon. I was so worried it was the tower. I just saw like the sort of blackness for a second. I was like, oh no. But yeah, so it's the moon. There we go. You get that kind of more centered. There we go. All right. So the moon. The moon is very much. It's sort of a card of I'm aligned with. It is. I keep trying to put it away. Leave the card out. At myself. It's very much a card of sort of. I guess mystery is a good word. Sort of vagueness. It's associated with sort of like dreams and dreaminess. I think of the moon. It sort of comes with a little bit of unsurety. And I think the moon, sort of in the way that the sun is a very bright, loud, clear card, the moon is sort of obscure. And I think the moon is just sort of about embracing that. It feels like there is some unsurety, some vagueness, some sort of just having to go with the flow is a good way to put it. And I think with the moon, there is a sense of like, just it kind of, even if it's begrudgingly sort of accepting the unsurety in a situation and making, if not loving it, making peace with what you're going through instead of, you know, trying to get frustrated, like hammering out all the specifics and knowing exactly what's going to happen, and what the exact plan is. And trust me, I much prefer planning too. I like to have my ducks in a row. So I get that can be very frustrating, but I think right now you're in a period or dealing with something that is sort of a vague or unsure sort of thing, and I think it's just best to kind of roll with it right now. Sort of a very roll with the punches kind of card. Not necessarily that anything bad is coming. Just it's just a period of I keep just going back to the word unsurety. But yeah, so I think right now is a good time to expect the unexpected. But there's your card, Ari, the moon. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it's sort of the moon. I feel like a lot of cards feel good or bad in a way, and I don't necessarily love that. I definitely do find myself falling into those sort of tropes. I try not to, but I feel like the moon actually is a card that is very much like not good or not bad. It's very neutral. To me, it doesn't have like an inherent color to it, despite the sun having sort of an inherent color to it. But yeah, sorry, I did say I was gonna speed run these a little bit, but Aries my wonderful friend and mod and all that, so I had to take a little more time. Well, there you go, Aries. There's your card. Thank you for the redeem. All right, next up we have Soap. This is going to go ahead and be your card. Soap, your card. It's the 9 of Pentacles. All right. There we go. So there's your card. As I said before, pentacles are also coins in some decks, very associated with earth, material, tangible things. The 9 of Pentacles in particular actually is now, I could be wrong. I'm no professional tarot reader, so please do not. I don't do this this is just sort of a hobby. But I believe that a lot of the cards, like the actual numbers for them, have concepts that go with them as well. Oh, Bun! I know, I love this deck. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. But like, and in this sense, like you remember earlier, those of you who are here for this, the 9 of Cups was like permission to indulge, to find things that satisfy you, and not be afraid to ask for them or make that known. Whereas the 9 of Pentacles is sort of about a lot of material things, sort of luxury, and it feels like 9. There's sort of this just broad spectrum across the cards of like excess, not in a bad way, but just like a lot, you know. So like the 9 of Pentacles sort of is a lot of the material. The 9 of Cups is like you need a lot of the emotional, and there's no reason you shouldn't be able to ask or try to get what you need. But yeah, so sorry, kind of a tangent there. I can't speedrun. I can speedrun Hades. That's the only thing I could speedrun. Otherwise, I ramble. I'm a rambler. So the 9 of Pentacles is sort of about again, actually, going back to that 9 of Cups, it's sort of about like there is no shame in like comfort. Oh gosh, sorry. Somebody was just opening or closing a window. Sorry about that sound. Oh, fire! Thank you so much. Is a fire. Hello. But yeah, so the 9 of Pentacles is very much about like, you know, like there is nothing inherently wrong with liking things or wanting to have stuff, you know. I think it's kind of demonized nowadays, like Of course, yeah. Like if you're spending all of your money, or you're sort of, you have too much, like you are drowning in excess, yeah, that's a bad thing. But there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, you know, like going and buying, like if you have the money, you know, going and treating yourself, buying something that you've wanted for a long time, or something that, I think the concept of like money can't buy you happiness is flawed in many ways that I'm not going to get into right now because it's a very deep subject. But it's also flawed in the sense of like, in the sense that like let's say like tea, like just having my morning tea is a very happy thing for me. It's a nice routine. It's something I like. I buy that tea for that routine, and that makes me happy. And that's a little thing that I like to spend money on, that I like to get something nice, because it makes my day nice. And this feels like a reminder that you fully have permission to do that. Not necessarily from me, but in the sense that you don't, I guess a better way to put it is you don't need permission. But there's your card. The Nine of Pentacles. You are entitled to the things that you want and that you like and that make you happy. There you go. There's your card. So next we've got Dragonfly. So we've got Dragonfly, Peanut, and then we've got Bun. Thank you all so much for your patience, for your redeems. I love doing these tarot card redeems, so thank you for spending some time with me while I do them for you all. Alright. Oh, I just saw a little damage on one of my cards from shuffling them too hard. Oh. Alright. But regardless. Dragonfly! Your card is the Empress. This is a really cool looking card. I know this is so nerdy, but the design kind of reminds me of the hollows in Bleach. But there's your card, the Empress. The Empress is a very caring sort of card. It sort of has similar connotations to the Queen of Cups. There's a nurturing sort of aspect to it, but it is more, there feels like there's more of a power dynamic with the Empress. It's sort of a I try to stay away from like the gender stereotypes and stuff like that are somewhat inherent to some of the cards of in tarot decks, but the Empress can be very much about a nurturing figure in your life that I feel like is good to seek out right now, to kind of think and identify who in your life makes you feel good, who in your life makes you feel cared for. And maybe just kind of spend some time with that person, be around that person right now, and just, they're there for you to lean on. I think, again, just in the same way, just like with you're entitled to things that make you happy and, all of that, like you are, the people in your life that care for you and care about you are there because they want to care for you and care about you. So please don't be shy about leaning on the people around you when you need them, okay? That's sort of the Empress is sort of a sign of hey, if you need to lean on the people around you, please do. That's what they're there for. Just think about it if you were from their perspective. If your closest friend or family member or anything like was hurting or needed some care, you would probably rather them let you know, right? You would rather care for them than have them suffer in silence. The people around you want that for you too, okay? But there's your card, Dragonfly. Thank you. Next up we have Peanut and then Bun. Thank you so much for the buddy, Pika. I appreciate it, and thank you for the for showing them off. All right. So Peanut, your card is up next. All right. Your card is the Knight of Wands. This is a cool card. What the heck? Alright. It's the Knight of Wands. I don't think we've gotten a wand. I think this is the first wands of the whole night. So the wands are a very fiery card, and there's sort of even some of that kind of in the elements here. There's sort of like some flickering flame type elements. But yeah, fire, passion, enthusiasm. It's a very creative, dynamic sort of card. And the knight, as I said, it feels the knight. I know I said earlier with the pentacles that the knight feels very sensible, but with this sort of with the Knight of Wands, with sort of it being all about fire and creativity and passion, it feels like more of a sign of like putting aside that cautiousness for a bit. Sort of the whole idea of, you know, throw caution to the wind. In this, it feels like it's a sort of very adventurous card to me, like especially with like the three horse heads. Like, you know, generally horses are kind of a sign of travel, of going somewhere, of doing something, and so this feels like, especially with three of them, it feels like a sign of throwing caution to the wind, specifically for like passions and things you're enthusiastic about. Right now, like, I think if there's something that you've been a little tentative on or unsure about moving forward with, I think right now is more of a time for action than for thinking. Like, this feels like a card of like, hey, you can absolutely overthink yourself into a hole that will be very hard to get out of. Just go. Like, instead of doing that, instead of thinking like, oh, am I going to be good at this? Is this going to work out? Just move forward, move ahead, keep on trucking, you know? But there's your card, Peanut, the Knight of Wands. Thank you, thank you. Oh, no worries, Koichi. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been wonderful to have you. All right, and next up we have Bun. Oh, good, Peanut. Then if you've done that recently, it could very much, I think, be a sign of like a good omen. Like if you've done that, then like that was a sort of a sign of a good choice. You could very much take it that way. I do whatever your project is. I wish you the best of luck with it. And we are going to go ahead and wait for the ads. We're going to have ads starting in about 10 seconds. So I will wait for that for you, Bun. So we've got our cards all shuffled. And I'm just going to go ahead and take a little sip. I kind of missed my mouth. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, posture check. Alright. Thank you so much, Pika. Thank you for the stretch as well. Self-care, self-care also, but care package. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I'm just kind of popping and cracking everything. So we will go ahead and wait for these ads to finish up. While that's going on, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Twitch and see if we've got anybody online that we can go raid and visit afterwards. Thinking about dyeing your hair pastel pink? Already got everything? Go, Mona, I'm here for that. I'm so here for it. Chakra. Oh, I love your name. That's such a fun, like, portmanteau. But thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you for joining the coven. Lovely to have you. Mwah. All right. Oh, I know exactly where we're going after this, actually. I think we got a good place to go. I gotta make sure they've been going for a while, so I gotta make sure we're not gonna listen in for a minute after. Oh, of course, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and listen in to make sure they're not ending anytime soon. Do. Let's see. Oh, all right. And I think ads might be over pretty soon. If you want to let me know once the ads are all up, then I will get to your card, Bun. Just let me know if you're back, if you can hear me. There we go. Ads are done for you. All right, fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. All right. So then let's get another shuffle. I'll just double check and wait for some confirmation from Bun that they bicycle Bun. If you just let me know if your ads are all up, I will get your reading started. Love the color purple. Me too. That was actually my favorite color for a long time. I think I'm kind of pink gang now, but oh, so good night. Please rest well. Ads are done. Oh, perfect, Bun. Thank you for letting me know. Star, please rest well. Thank you for coming by as well. Have a good night. All right, so Bun, your card is the Six of Cups. All right, so I don't know if you were here for this earlier, but we did get this card earlier as well. So we'll kind of go over it again for you. So I think it was Pika who got this card. So I'm glad. This is a I know I just said earlier I try to avoid saying whether cards are good or bad, but this is a card with an interpretation I feel is hard to say is bad or even neutral. It feels like a good card. So the Six of Cups all about, spiritual, emotional, sort of intangible things about relationships and feelings. It's very aligned with water. And sort of the imagery on this card represents a lot of sort of the meaning that I derive from it. The sort of with the wings open and the eye closed here, it feels very trusting and serene, Whereas all the cups that sort of represent the relationships, emotions, feelings down here, they've all got open eyes. So it's sort of like, it feels like trust is a big keyword for this card for me. And it feels like with the Six of Cups, like there is sort of a kindness and an acceptance to it. And I think right now, it feels like the people around you are good people to be open with. And I know it's very easy to close off and be distant, and it's hard to be vulnerable and emotional. But I think if that's something you need right now, I think you're in a good place to do it. I think the people around you, if you feel like you can trust them, if you get good vibes from them, I think you should trust that. And I think that you should be open to allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to letting yourself be sensitive and cared for when you need it. We all need to be cared for sometimes. And there is no shame in that. So there is your card, Bun. Thank you so much for the redeem. And I think that catches us up. Oh, good night, Ari. Goodbye. Thank you for coming. It was nice having you. So I think we are probably going to start to wrap up here pretty quick. My throat is starting to give out fast. So let's go ahead and get a raid ready. So all of the newcomers, everybody who's stopped by, it's been wonderful having all of you. Thank you all so much for coming in and joining the Covenant and having to have a good night with us. So if you would like to join in the Discord, We have a nice little calm community over there. Roses, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining the coven. Mwah. Stretch as well. Thank you. Oh yeah. Thank you. Fika, thank you for the bits. I appreciate
Hi,
it.
Cast Quiz 93.
Yeah, I almost forgot. 1 week.
Congrats again on your first week of the stream marathon. I feel like such a gremlin sometimes cause I'm here for literally all of these, but I just really love being here and spending time with you, Salima, for a while.
No, I appreciate. No, there's no need to feel like a gremlin. I appreciate having you here. Thank you for coming so often. I appreciate that. But I hope you all had a good night. I hope you enjoyed the readings. We'll do more probably next week. Sometime next week. I'm gonna post a schedule probably tomorrow of what we're gonna do next week, and so we'll do that. But yeah, so if you would like to join the Discord or anything, here is a link to all of my socials, including the Discord, my ASMR channel, my VTuber channel, my Twitter, all that stuff, all in there. And then, so for the raid, if you'd like to join us in the raid and go and saying hello to somebody, here's our raid message. Oh, of course, thank you all so much for stopping by. So I normally do, you can redeem tarot card pulls in any stream. They cost a little more in terms of points. So if you'd like to raid with us, you will actually earn some channel points, and you can use that for tarot card redemptions, for ASMR redeems, for putting my little chibi up there, for turning me into a cat witch, all kinds of stuff. So like I said, you can earn some more points if you raid with us. If you're headed to bed though, no worries whatsoever. Please rest up. But it's been wonderful having you all here. Thank you all so much for spending your days, afternoons, nights, whatever time it is for you, with me. I appreciate that. I think the person I was thinking about looks like they might be wrapping up a little bit. I'm not sure. As I don't want to raid right into them like as they're finishing, so we'll save that for some time. Let me check and see who else is around and online. Of course, going to try to find somebody comfy, somebody having a more chill stream. Let's see. Check and see the ASMR tag. See what we got going on here. Alright. Thank you for being patient with me. I appreciate it. So I've kind of got the raid stuff already a little early, but thank you guys for the cozy night. I appreciate it. Manjiro, thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining the coven. It's wonderful to have you here. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. All right. I think we got a. Yeah, I think we got a nice comfy stream. We got a cute little forest aesthetic here too. I think this will be a nice one. Let's go check out some more ASMR. We're gonna get some rest, alright? So once again, if you want to just copy that raid message and join in, I would love to have you all join in. And we'll go say hello to somebody new. I don't think we've raided this person before. Thank you all once again for coming in and making tonight so good. I had such a fun night with you all. Thank you. Mwah. Appreciate all of you coming and spending your time with me. It always means so much to me. Thank you. But I will talk to you all next time. I will talk to you all tomorrow, technically later today. And I hope you all have wonderful days, wonderful nights. Bye. Blah, blah. Good night.